Happy Whisker Wednesday, bitches! Hey, we're gonna talk a little Nas X and these satanic shoes. What? They got blood in them. That can't be healthy. Plus, we need to talk about Maria Taylor getting roasted on Twitter. Kyle King joins me in hour number 2. We'll talk sex toys in the Suez Canal. All that and more right now on Barry on Deck. LEGGO!
Live from the BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat, written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack, featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
What's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. Today is Wednesday, March 31st, 2021, and this is episode number 222 of Barry on Deck. Deuces are wild today on a Whisker Wednesday. I am excited about this show. Yesterday was a lot of fun. Barry on Science. I really, you guys don't know how much fun that was for me. I saw a lot of you were like, ugh, this is stupid. I just enjoy that kind of silliness. So thanks for hanging with me through Barry on Science yesterday. If you didn't watch it, go back and watch the previous episode. I liked it for a lot of reasons. We had Christopher Hart on there. Been a good week of guests so far, and that string continues today. Kyle King on Twitch joins me. We won't be on Twitch. He's on Twitch. He's going to join me for hour number 2, the full hour of the show. Anything and everything on the table. I'm specifically wanting to talk with him about this Michael Rappaport and Barstool and KD triage of fuckery. I don't know what you'd call it, but we're going to get into that in hour 2. Hour number 1, we have a lot of things to discuss, no doubt. It was requested that we discuss these Lil Nas X satanic shoes on the Discord. I'm going to get to that. Unfortunately, more Deshaun Watson news. We got to talk about that. Maria Taylor is getting absolutely roasted on Twitter, and I'm here for it because sometimes you can try too hard, and I think she did. Excuse me. Also, we're going to talk about the Suez Canal and sex toys and why that two match. And no, the Suez Canal isn't a euphemism for a Virginia. It's actually the Suez Canal. It's not just, okay. So we got a lot to get to. It is a Whisker Wednesday. I've got new pups and kitties for you from Special Pals plus the break video today. Pretty much all, it's kitty centric. It's all cats. And I'm here for it because cats are the best. Yeah. Screw you, dog owners. Hey, let's get to the chat, shall we? We got to do that first. We always do. Always do. Winning the super chat triple crown. I like that somebody said, is it a tiara or a crown? CC in the building as the best deckhead in the history of the world. Now, normally I would say from 2 to 4. But I love me some CC now. Crystal Collins in the building. Not only was she first in the chat, not only did she get the first like, but she also got the first super chat in. Triple crown, triple tiara for my sweet CC. So you guys can suck it. She's in. She's on the board. I don't think I've ever seen CC win one. So good for you, CC. Good shit, sweetie. And by the way, just thank you to D-Mata for not being a Congo blocker on CC. Very much appreciate you doing that. Hey, I got to be honest with you. Right before we went on the show, what happened over here? What the fuck is going on in my mixer here? All right, well, if I lose sound, we'll know why. Right before I went on the show, I turned this on. My reason for lateness today, not that I ever have a good reason. One thing that happened today, though, software updated. Right in the middle of, like, I click go live, software updates. Why would you do that to me, Ecamm Live? Why would you do that? I will say this, though. There's some new fancy toys that I have in the chat window. Let me show you what I'm working with here. You see that there on the right? I can see that add to broadcast and ban. I didn't have that before. I had add to broadcast. I did not have ban. I can also now search the comments and look for favorites. I don't know how there's a little star there. So like if I wanted to favorite a super chat so that I don't forget it and come back to it later, I can favor it and then boom, add it to the broadcast. I like it. I'm here for it. I kind of like this new update. This is interesting. Hey, let's do some chat, shall we? I mentioned CC and D-Mata, Uriel Villanueva. Ooh, so close. You were third, homie. So close, Uriel. Michael Caravante is in the building. Got upset he didn't make it. I dig it, though. Thanks for being early. Justin Swinford in the building. Who else? Jesus Perez, Fidel Lamone, Total Dallas, Scott Hanza, John Dory is here. What's up, Johnny boy? Richard Vales in the building. Truck driver Pookie, Keith Sager. We're getting close to lawn talk, baby. My yard is a mess too, by the way. I just want to point out I should not be talking lawns because my entire lawn looks like garbage. Absolute trash. Frank Ruiz in the building. What up, babe? Virginia Buttonweed, Alan Denson. What's up, man? Aaron J. Bryant is here. SVG, PK stopped by. Oh, good. On a Whisker Wednesday, Donna Rogers is here. My sweet, sweet Donna. How are you, baby girl? Who else? Ray, what up, player? Brandon Martinez, Francisco Barca. Hi, Jen. Hi, Mimi. How are you, sweetie? Chuck Dunaway. What's up, man? Handy Watson. Oh, dude, I'm so sick of talking about Deshaun Watson, but we have to. G-Man, the original super chatter. What's up, boy? Tony Garza, Terrence J, Jess, P. Jones, Sandoval. God, the gang's all here. Okay, well, fuck it then. If the gang's all here. What up, Mac? What up, player? Nick, 3 days in a row, Nick? Holy shit, you're on a roll here, buddy. You're gonna be a regular. You better watch out. Nick and Mac in the building. I like this, man. All right, let's go. Let's get to the headlines first. Let's talk some sports headlines right off the rip because there's some pretty interesting things in these headlines that I found. Gonzaga, obviously, UCLA advancing to the Final Four. UCLA is a huge underdog against Gonzaga in the Final Four. And their coach is like, well, we like being an underdog. Well, good, because you are definitely one. The sources are saying that the Clippers and DeMarcus Cousins are talking about a 10-day contract. I find it interesting. You know, he got his walking papers and he got bought out by the Rockets and go be free. Fly, little birdie. Go find you a playoff team to chase a ring. Now he's getting 10-day contracts from the likes of the Clippers. Well, I mean, you saw LaMarcus Aldridge and Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond all going places to contenders, and DeMarcus Cousins, and kind of let you know the state of what the NBA thinks about him a little bit. By the way, on the Blake Griffin front, I found it interesting. There was a story yesterday where Blake Griffin kind of clapped back at the haters. Everybody that's like me, I'm owning it, that bitches about these super teams in the NBA and how the buyout market is running the NBA. He was like, really? Because for 2 or 3 years, all I heard about was how much I suck and how terrible I was at basketball. And now when I joined the Nets, all of a sudden I'm an all-star? I mean, it's a really good point. You know, we talked a lot of shit. Well, I didn't say I talked a lot of shit, but a lot of people talked a lot of shit about Blake Griffin. I don't know. It's pretty interesting. Kyle King's going to be here. He said, should I stop playing Warzone and getting pissed off before I join the show? I mean, that's up to you. I get really angry at Warzone. Kyle, you and I will talk about that. I want to know what's the meanest thing you've ever said. But we're going to get to all of that, I promise you, in hour number 2. Rudolph Rodriguez, love the message, man. Love it. No, who are we banning? What's going on? Oh, this. No, look, I told Tony, because Tony was like, I get it, man. It's your rules, the soccer talk. Look, I want you guys to know, you can talk soccer in the chat. If you get a 5-minute timeout, that's your fault. But you absolutely can talk it in the chat. Just don't be surprised when I tell you to fucking shut up and you get a timeout. All right, other headlines on the sports front. The Seahawks and Tyler Lockett have reached a damn near $70 million extension to his contract. I'll say this about Tyler Lockett. He flies under the radar. I saw a stat on ESPN where he is top 5 in touchdowns amongst receivers over the last 3 or 4 years, including, on the list with guys like, Tyreek Hill and whatnot. I think Tyler Lockett is a bit underrated in the NFL. I don't know if I would have given him $70 million. Now, I don't have the terms of the deal. I don't know what was guaranteed, what was not, what was signing bonus, what was upfront money, when they can release him, what's the dead cap situation. I didn't bother to look that much into it because I don't give that much of a shit about it. But 70 mil seems a little excessive for a guy like Tyler Lockett. But again, a bit of an underrated guy in as far as wide receivers go in the NFL. And Russ loves him, so you have that, which is nice. If you didn't hear, the NFL is going to be playing 17 games next year. They voted on it. It passed. It is a thing. There's going to be 18 weeks and 17 games, which I saw a funny tweet where somebody said, looking forward to Dallas going 8-1. Anyways, yeah, no 500 teams. Everybody's either going to be above or below 500 unless you tie, which is going to be pretty shitty. But the Bears were the only team that voted against the 17-game season. No real reason why. They were asked about it. I don't think I saw where they said why. Not everybody's a fan, but it did pass, so get one extra game. I think along with that, if I recall, there's going to be less preseason games, so I'm here for that. If you add more regular season games that have meaning that you're charging us for, and less preseason games that have no meaning that you're still charging us regular season money for, I'm here for that. I like that. And the players might not like it, but hey, you're still playing those, you were playing 20 games, some of them meaningless. You still were risking that injury. So at least they have some meaning for you. Yeah, Sean, that's pretty funny. That's a fact. That was one of the things I thought. Yeah, the Bears don't want to play 17 games. It's just another game for them to lose. Of course, it's another game for a lot of teams to lose, including the Texans and the Cowboys and the Saints. I think all three of our teams, because, Barry on chat, we're predominantly a 3-team show. Now, I will say this. There are a couple of Bears fans here. Yes, I know we have a Browns fan. Hi, Jen. I know that we have a Vikings fan. Hi, House. I know that was inappropriate, Barry. I know we have a lot of one-off Steelers fans and Justin Kelm, but I would say predominantly, if we took a poll, which maybe I will, maybe I'll take a poll. The majority of football fans on Barry on Deck are either Cowboys, Saints, or Texans fans. And I feel like all three of those teams are going to be ass next year. I could be wrong. Maybe it's just wishful thinking with me and the Cowboys. But I feel like all three of these teams could be doomed to be ass. I hope I'm wrong. I hope whatever team you root for isn't ass. But it could be a big old ass party on Barry on Deck all year. Speaking of the NFL and Roger Goodell, the NFL expects full stadiums this season. Oh, good. Does that mean everybody's going to be vaccinated? We'll find out. We shall see. Now, there was one thing I wanted to point out. Oh, yeah. So this was interesting because when I saw the news about that, I had to find the headline to put it on there. The way I found that out was the Pat McAfee show is live on YouTube. Now, I don't know if it's live right now or not. I don't know if I'm competing. Am I competing with Pat McAfee? Not that I'm competing with Pat. Come on. Really? No, you're not competing. Let me answer that question for me. No, definitely not competing with Pat McAfee. Here we go. I'm going to go to his page. Oh, yeah. Great. He's live right now. And here's what I noticed. So Pat McAfee. Oh, you guys can't hear that. He's live right now. And I don't want to brag. All right. We've got 46 people watching this show. Yesterday, by the way, on the way out, 130. That was pretty dope. I don't know what the fuck happened, but but I accidentally, when I went to YouTube to do something today at about 1:40-ish, I think, I clicked on the YouTube homepage and it shows me Pat McAfee's homepage. 25,000 people watching. I mean, we're close. Look, we got 46. We only have 24,954 more to go. Did y'all see that math, by the way? Huh? Who's doing math on the fly? This fucking guy. Yeah, thank you. No, I did all the adding and subtracting on my own. Thank you very much. Yeah, so we're getting close. We've only gonna need more mods for that. Fuck me. I don't know if I want 25. Who am I kidding? Fuck yeah, I do. That's a problem I want to have. Like, I legitimately want to have math bomb. Oh God, no. Oh God, no. See, Donna said stick with science. Okay. We can do that. All right, so there's your sports headlines for the day. Now, I know that we have to talk about this Deshaun Watson thing, but I don't want to go first with that. I'm being honest with you. This story, as much as it needs to be told, and if true, he needs to be held accountable for his actions, and I'm just getting tired of talking about it every day. But every day there's something new that I feel like we have to talk about it. If I don't, it's almost like, why are you doing a sports and entertainment show when one of the biggest sports stories of the year is Deshaun Watson and these allegations of sexual impropriety? It would be kind of weird if I didn't. And I know you guys are getting, tired. I'm getting tired of it, but I think we always get those things, these new stories. So yeah, we got to talk about it. I know I hate it too. I get it, Nick. I don't want it, but we have to. But we're not going to do that first. We're not going to lead the show with it because I want to talk about Maria Taylor. That's not Maria Taylor. That's the headlines. That is Maria Taylor. Now, I like Maria Taylor. I think she does a good job. I think she is good at her job. I think she might be a little vain. When I watch her, like, what I've noticed is that she really likes to see herself on camera. And I don't know if that has since been corrected because I don't really watch a lot of ESPN anymore or Maria Taylor. But I've noticed that when she's on, she looks at herself. Like right now, I'm looking at myself. Like I can see me talking to you, but I'm actually looking at me right there. That's me. God, I'm ugly. But she looks at, like, when she's doing it, I guess there's a monitor over here because she'll look at herself. That's just always been like she's kind of vain. Okay, whatever. That's fine. But she got into a little bit of hot water for a tweet that she sent out. And I'm going to share my screen with you guys, because I want you to see this instead of me downloading a bunch of pictures and shit. I want to kind of go through this saga with you on the website. So this was update system audio. Oh my God. Am I not going to be able to play system audio now? Oh my God. If I have to reboot this, no. Cancel. I'm not going to be able to play. Oh my God. I hope this interview works. That's going to suck. Oh, maybe I just can't play videos. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Okay, so this is what happened. This was the tweet by SportsCenter. See, again, gotta love getting updates in the middle of a show. So SportsCenter tweeted out, for the first time since 1950, Baylor is headed to the Final Four. Yay! Look, on the slide, it's got a dude, and it says 2021 Men's NCAA Tournament, Baylor, Final Four, yay! And then she tweets out, Baylor men's, because the women won the title in 2019. I mean, look, I think everybody knows that I try to do my part to promote women, uplift women. But there are just sometimes when some shit is unnecessary. Like, this wasn't a discussion about whether the men's program was any better or worse than the women's. This was about celebrating an accomplishment for the men's program that they haven't achieved since 1950. But she, for some reason, felt it necessary to remind us that the Baylor women's team did it in 2019, which, great, fantastic. But why in that moment? Let me just remind you, if the UConn women, which UConn was dominant for a very long time in women's basketball, I don't know if they still are, but let's say, for example, that the UConn men's basketball team was garbage and had returned to the NCAA, or let's see, how are we going to do this? I guess what I'm saying is, let's say that the women's team was bad and made the finals. And then somebody decides to let us know, well, the UConn men's basketball team won it 4 years ago. Could you imagine them getting raked over the coals on, so the women can't have their moment? Why can't, look, and I'm not that guy that goes, well, if they can do it, why can't we, and this, that, and the other? But what I'm telling you is, when it comes to stuff like this, you have got to use some common sense. There has to be like, everything can't be an issue, folks. Everything can't be a talking point or a reason to rally and be angry. And I feel like this was a moment for Maria Taylor where she could have just not posted anything and not said anything. It wasn't necessary. This had nothing to do with gender inequality. This had nothing to do with one program for Baylor basketball being better than the other. All this had to do was this was a celebratory, congratulatory tweet from ESPN in regards to a men's basketball program that hadn't made the Final Four since 1950, and she had to make this about gender. She had to make, again, if this was reversed, it would still be an issue. If the women's basketball team was celebrating making the Final Four for the first time since 1950, and someone had to remind us, let's say the Aggies, the UConn was a bad one. Oh, the Aggies, female or Aggies women's basketball program makes Final Four. Well, the Aggies men's made it like 5 years ago. What? It would still be awful. I don't know. She just, it's a... Hal says she just corrected that it was the men's team first, not Baylor's. I think making her tweet the issue is the sensitive thing. I don't understand. I don't know what you're trying to say there, House. My point is this. If we go back and look, it didn't go well for her. It didn't go well because people started responding to her on Twitter where this guy said, "Good call, Maria. We couldn't tell it was a male on the poster. Thank you for your service, Maria. If not for your Baylor's 2019 title would have vanished into the world of toxic masculinity." There's a laughy face. The picture shows a man and the graphic says 2021 men's NCAA tournament. It literally says men's tournament in the picture. Just in case you didn't see it. Like, seriously, I'm one and all for let's not exclude any, but there was no fucking reason for her to tweet that. Seriously. People are like, there's a dude in the picture. Like, I think we know. Every Twitter realized this was like, I don't understand. She's getting roasted, and quite frankly, she deserves it. I mean, she does. She deserves it. What's up, Matt Poche? What's up, Marty Z? Katie said, is it awful because of her being a top personality at ES? It's just awful in general. But yeah, when you sit at a certain level and you have, a certain cachet in the public and you do stuff like that, it's pretty stupid. It's a bad look. And if you're getting roasted, in this case, I think she deserves to be roasted. Just let the dudes have their moment. There's nothing wrong with men succeeding and having a moment in the spotlight. It can't always be about, hey, you can't mention something about men without mentioning something about women. Why? We can talk about and celebrate women without celebrating men. Why couldn't you just let the men's basketball program at Baylor have that moment? It doesn't make sense. It was unnecessary. She's being roasted for it, and she deserves it. She absolutely deserves it. Fair is fair is fair. If the gender roles were reversed in this one, I would be saying the same thing. They deserved it. Let the women have their moment. Why you got to bring up the fact that the men won? Doesn't make sense. So she's getting roasted on Twitter, and I think she deserves it. Hal said the headline says for the first time, Baylor is in the Final Four. She just said it's not Baylor's first time, it's the men's. Hal, stop. This is not a hill you want to die on. It very clearly says men's. It very clearly in the fucking picture. You don't have to change the headline if the data is in the picture too. They didn't have to specify men in the headline or on the tweet because the fucking picture says men. It's a dumb hill to die on, House. It's a dumb hill to die on. For the first time since 1950, Baylor is headed to the Final Four. It's got a man on the picture. It's got men's in the tournament. It's the men's tournament that this tweet is about, hence the picture providing extra information that the tweet didn't give you. It's all one tweet. It's not a headline and a separate picture. If they attached no picture to this, then I would agree with you, House. But you can't have the picture with information on it and the tweet, the text with information on it, and then just ignore one and say that it was wrong. It's not. All of the information is there. You knew what they were talking about because it clearly says 1950 Baylor men's tournament 2021 Final Four with a dude shooting a basketball. What part of where in there did we not specify the gender roles and all that in this? I mean, look, I'll tell you this. When it comes to, no, he's not on timeout, and I'm not mad. I'm just making a point because I think this is a silly argument to try to have about this. The fact of the matter is, when I post a thumbnail for a YouTube video, well, a lot of times what they'll tell you is don't put the same thing in the title of the video that you put in the thumbnail of the video. Use it to convey extra or more information. So the thumbnail should have a picture and some words on it, but those words should not be repeated in the title. Now, sometimes I violate that because I'm not that creative or I'm in a hurry. But that's my point. It's all together. It's the title, it's the picture, it's the information in the picture. All of that is the tweet. This tweet was about men's basketball. There's no denying that. If you're choosing not to look at the picture, that's on you and her. And both of you are wrong. You're welcome. House is not canceled. He's not. I love House. House is one of my favorite Lord Reverends. Okay. I feel like I need a shot. What? Oh, yeah. So Total Dallas said, convos with Baylor alum at work. Hooray. But dang, hard to celebrate the men without mentioning the women same day. Yeah, that is kind of the shitty thing because I think Baylor, the Baylor women's basketball program kind of got fucked. That was a foul at the end of that game. You could see the picture. It very clearly was a foul. So yeah, it sucks. But again, can we not celebrate the men making the Final Four because the women didn't? Is that not okay? Just seems silly. Oh my God, House. Am I the only one understanding what I'm saying? Am I the only one that kind of understands the point I'm trying to make here? Or am I dumb? Is like, I don't understand this, House. What part of this don't you get? The picture specified the men's went this year. The headline said Baylor first and 50. Clearly they were talking about the men. Oh my God. Thank you, Chad. Thank you. Yes. Shot. By the way, I put more lights and oh man, my game over sign's off. What's up with that? Huh. I put more lights in my other bottle. I gotta get more lights. Some of the bottles are clear. That's why they're brighter than the other ones. I figured out. Let's do a shot. I need a shot. Oh my God, Total Dallas's team house. Barry needs to take away House's PlayStation. Justin Swinburne! Thank you for the super chat, big dog. We doing this shot, man. I need it because House is getting on my last goddamn nerve. It's like arguing with my wife sometimes. Even if she's wrong, she digs in and I still end up apologizing because, I'm sorry, House. You gotta let the ladies win. You're right, House. All right. Hey, this goes out to all the Deckheads, one and all. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I even love you, House, you raggedy bitch. You know this, though. Cheers to you guys. Cheers to the Deckheads. Cheers to Baylor men's basketball. Congratulations on making the Final Four. Cheers. Ha! I don't understand. Y'all have seen my hoodie. Y'all know what team I'm on. I don't know what your hoodie is. What hoodie do you speak of? John Wesling's in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Wednesday, John Wesling. Yes, we just drank. Josh, you missed it. There we go. Team Barry. Yeah. Team Screwhouse. I'm here for it. Hey, he gave me a timeout for talking soccer, so I'm Team Barry. I could time him out if I need. He doesn't need a timeout yet. He's just making stupid arguments. Oh, this is fantastic. Watching from the toilet. It's like poo-poo vision. You're taking a shit, watching a shit show. I did take a shot. I can't do another one. I haven't eaten all day. No, I can't do that. So anyways, Maria Taylor got roasted, and she deserves it, and House is a moron for thinking she didn't. So there we go. You're all caught up if you joined the program late. House once again was wrong and argued with me. So you're all caught up. Here we go. Did he leave? I feel like he left. He was like, you know what? Fuck this. Westling on Duke. Ooh, that's like a spinoff. That's like the, This Is Archie Bunker. Westling on Duke would be the Jeffersons. Was it the Jeffersons? Yeah. No. It was the Jeffersons, right? Yeah. It was the Jeffersons. By the way, everybody notice my koozie? Huh? CC in the building. She was supposed to have her 50th birthday, but she, No, no, I don't think so. No, Kyle, I promised I'm not getting drunk on this show anymore. That's not going to happen. All right, let's get to a topic I really don't want to talk about, but I think we are going to have to discuss, but for a moment. More news about Deshaun Watson out there. 2 more lawsuits have been filed. We're now up to 21. However, also 18 women have come forward to defend Deshaun Watson in various statements. And I want to read you. So there was 2 more lawsuits that were filed. Rusty Hardin said that over the past 2 weeks, they categorically denied that his client contacted any of the women directly. So here's something that stood out to me in this article. Okay. And maybe this is just me. I don't know. But Harden released a statement from 18 women who say that they have worked with the Texans quarterback and that he, quote, never made them feel uncomfortable or demand anything outside of the scope of a professional massage, which is good. That's good. That's, if you've got 21 women coming forward saying that there were allegations of impropriety and sexual misconduct. The defense has gone out and found 18 women that say, listen, he was nothing but professional to me. But let's read on, shall we? Watson's attorney said the statements were voluntary and from women who have collectively worked with Deshaun more than 130 times over the past 5 years. Here's what I find a bit off about this, a bit disturbing about this. And maybe I'm wrong. And I'm sure if I am, House is going to tell me. But if we have 18 women that have come forward and said they gave Deshaun Watson massages with no uncomfortable or, actions outside of the scope of a professional massage. We've got 21 women coming forward that are masseuses saying that there was. Now, I'm not a math whiz, but that's 39 different women who are masseuses that Deshaun Watson has contacted and worked with over the last 5 years. My question is, why, if there's nothing going on, it just seems really odd that you would have 39 different women, and there's probably more that haven't come forward one way or the other, on one side or the other. So let's just round up 1 to 40, because I'm sure there's one more out there that will either file a complaint or come out and speak on his behalf. So let's just use an even number of 40. You've gone to 40 different women to get a massage. That's a little sus to me, chat. I'm sorry. That just seems very, very sus, Deckheads. When you're an NFL quarterback, you have a team of masseuses. Now, remember, we were told he had to go do this because of COVID. Remember that? Remember he said, oh yeah, well, I went to these females because COVID wouldn't allow me to work with the team doctors and masseuses or whatever it was. Okay, how do you explain 40 females then? How do you explain, let's just make the leap of faith that all 21 of these women aren't telling the truth, that they've never even massaged Deshaun Watson. Why do you need 18 different masseuses to do that, along with the fact that you have trainers and masseuses that the team probably pays for? It just doesn't add up. This defense doesn't hold water for me. You can't tell me that there's not something sus or a little bit sketchy about going to 18 different female masseuses. You didn't get one male masseuse. You didn't bother to hire one male masseuse who might be good at his job. Let's think about this for a second. Seems kind of sus. I just, look, I'm not in his position. I'm not in his situation. I don't know what's required of an NFL quarterback as far as massages for the body goes. But I feel like if I found a good one, if I found one that did a good job, I'd probably just use that one over and over. Wouldn't you? I mean, let's just think about it rationally. Would you need 40 different masseuses? If I find a good masseuse who does a good job, I'm probably going to stick with that masseuse. Why would you never seek out a male massage therapist? Just seems a bit off to me. Rachel, ASM Arts and Crafts said, an amazing massage therapist is like an amazing barber or nail tech. When you find a good one, you stick with them. This seems strange. Exactly. I've been with my barber now for 3+ years. Shout out to J-Ro over at Current Cuts. I haven't gone to 40 different barbers. If I go to a barber and they do a good job, I'm sticking with that barber. If I go to a masseuse and they do a good job and I'm an NFL quarterback and I'm legitimately getting these massages to prepare my body for game day, why would you bounce around? He said, hell no, masseuse is like barber, butcher, dry cleaner. Find you a good one. Exactly. That's exactly right. Yep, exactly. Don't go from one to one. I've had a haircut. Oh, well, Jesus. PK said, if you go to Massage Envy or something, getting 40 different masseuses isn't out of the question. Yeah, but how many would you reach out to individuals? I'm not talking about one company. Let's be real. Deshaun Watson isn't going to Massage Envy and just saying, yeah, whoever you send in the room is fine. He is reaching out to these females on Instagram and flying them in to Houston to do a massage. Does that mean you couldn't find one good one in the city? Come on, PK. Seems a little sus. Yeah, well, there's that whole thing. What'd I miss? Yeah, why does he have so many? Hey, that's exactly my point. Rev said, in this instance, the best character witness when you are saying these women are lying are masseuses that say you have been completely professional. No, I totally agree with that. To have a woman, I'm not discrediting these 18 women coming forward. If we're going to believe women, we need to believe all women. We need to believe these 18 women that have come forward and said, no, I've worked with him, nothing but professional. Cool. But what I'm asking you is let's exclude that from the discussion of what we're talking about as a whole here. I don't know why I'm doing my hands like this so much, but let's just talk about the fact that he's needed 40 different massage therapists. It doesn't add up, House. And looking at it at this 50,000 foot level, that doesn't make a ton of sense. When you find, let me explain something to you about just celebrity in general, because I'm an E-list celebrity. And when you have, threes of people that recognize you in public over the course of 6 months, you learn these inside tips. The thing is, when you are a public figure, when you are taking back entrances to get a massage because you don't want people to recognize you, guess what you don't do? You don't find a good one who gives you anonymity, who does a good job with the massage, and then go find 39 more and risk the exposure and the loss of anonymity and all those things. It just doesn't add up. Trust me. Let me put this another way. House or anybody else that's like, yeah, Barry, your argument is stupid. Guess how many barbers Deshaun Watson has used since he's been in Houston? One male barber who does a really good job, who, when asked, will go to his house and do a haircut. When asked, will fly to Miami and give him a haircut. He has not gone to 40 different barbers. He's gone to one barber because that barber did a great job and he trusts him. He respects his privacy and his anonymity. So why the 40 massage therapists? Doesn't make sense, folks. It absolutely does not make sense. Hey, here's a super chat from Total Dallas. Thank you, buddy. He said, I've been with my barber since 1991. If he ever moves away, I'm going full afro. Yeah, if J-Ro, I couldn't imagine going anywhere else and getting a haircut. It just this doesn't add up. The more, like, I know the defense was like, hey, we found 18 women that said we did a good job. Cool. Great. Fantastic. And when you look at it through that lens, that's perfect. Now it's 21-18. 2-minute drill time. Let's see if he can kick a field goal and get out of here with a win. But what doesn't make sense is everything else surrounding this. The fact that there are now 39. Doesn't add up. Back to the chat. Josh said, even if it were legit, how could he do business with this many females and expect no one to speak on it? Especially with all the social media today. Just seems like a really bad habit. Yeah. Dandy Dan said you can believe both women just because he was not appropriate to some does not mean he was with everyone. Exactly that as well. That is a great point, Dandy Dan. Just because he respected some of these women doesn't mean he respected all of these women. And just because he disrespected some of these women doesn't mean he disrespected all of these women. That is possible. Yeah, well, if that's your reason, good luck in court. If variety is the spice of life is your reason, good luck. It ain't gonna go well. Rev said, I was just explaining the common practice of why he listed them. It's a standard court dog. Oh, sure. Yeah. I mean, that's the game, House. I totally agree with you on that. That's the game. You would be stupid if you had 18 women that would come forward and say, well, he never touched me inappropriately or did anything inappropriate. You would be Rusty Harden wouldn't be Rusty Harden if he didn't bring these 18 women forward and go find these 18 women. But I feel like, House, this is what happened. Let me just role play this for a second. I'm Rusty talking to Deshaun Watson. All right. Now, this is client attorney privilege. Okay. Now, look, what you did in these massages is your business. Do you happen to have anyone that would come forward and say you didn't get all pervy and shit? You know, I mean, if you did, it doesn't leave this room. But is there anyone out there? And he'd be like, and Deshaun's like, yeah, I got this list of all these names of masseuses that I've used here. Take all this paper. These 900 women that I've reached out to for a massage. Hey, Betty, get the interns. Let's get on this list. Call everybody. Find me 18 women that said he wasn't pervy and shit. Not that you're pervy, but you know, he was pervy. I feel like that's what happened. Like why do you have this list? Seriously, why are there 40 women involved in this case? If you can't pay attention to that, you just don't want to see this for what it is. That's just my opinion on it. Thank you, Marty. I worked very, very hard on my Rusty. Hey, listen now, we didn't do it, and we will prove that in court. See you there. Started to morph into a little bit of a Southern Jim Adler there. All right, so got to get to this before we get to a break. Actually, speaking of these papers, before we get to this little Nas X satanic shoe discussion, because we're going to skip the baseball. Maybe we'll do baseball tomorrow since it's opening day. Rusty's country spot. BZH 420. We'll do baseball tomorrow because it's opening day. So I'll have some baseball predictions for you and whatnot. But before we get to this little Nas X story, what the fuck is, where are they? Here we go. Hi. How are you, chat? Love to tell you about Dan's Seafood and Wings. If you want the best crawfish in the city of Houston, stop, collaborate, and listen. I'm telling you, it's Eat at Dan's.com, Eat at Dan's on Instagram. Go to Dan's Seafood and Wings. The best crawfish. Don't just take it from me. Look at that. Cece knows. Cece immediately chiming in with the nom nom. Francisco Abarca will tell you. Donna will tell you. PK, Fidel Limon. Guys, I'm telling you, look at that. There goes PK right there, eating yummy Dan's. I'm telling you guys, it is crawfish season, and if you want the best, check out Dan's. Their website is eatatdans.com. They've got boiled spicy shrimp, and my pro tip to you, as always, is mix the shrimp with the crawfish. They have some different options for you. They've got the garlic butter seasoning, and they've got mild, medium, and extra spicy, all delicious, all made fresh, all from scratch. You don't have to worry about, this is just some Cisco No, that's not how this works. Dan's cares about the food that they serve you, and all of it is delicious. By the way, Francisco absolutely loves their lo mein. So if you're not a crawfish person, try the boiled spicy shrimp. You know, I'll be honest with you, when I was talking with Nora about that documentary we saw, and we were talking about not eating seafood, I reminded her that if you boycott seafood, you're boycotting Dan's. And she was like, well, maybe we'll just donate to something. Because she absolutely loves Dan's Seafood and Wings. In fact, she asked me, did they renew? Because I want to keep going there. Yeah, we go there. We spend our own money at Dan's. It's that good. Take it from me. I'm telling you. Me and the Deckheads love it, and you will too. Check it out. Eatatdans.com. That's eatatdans.com. And for a second, I want to talk to you also. Maybe you got a bunch of kids. You got a bunch of kids running around. You don't want any more kids. I get it. We all get it. Okay? There is a point where there are too many kids. So finish the job. Go to the Y Factor, get a no scalpel vasectomy. Surprise, no more kids. It's that simple. TheYFactor.com is the website. Call them 832-210-2556. I get it. You liked kids. You wanted to have 5 or 6 and make a whole family, and cool. Good for you. But now you're like, that's enough. Or maybe you just want to give your partner a break with the troublesome birth control methods that she uses. Take charge right now, fellas. No scalpel vasectomies at the Y Factor. It takes less than 15 minutes. There's no needles, no scalpels, very little pain. In fact, I talked to Chris Householder, who I've been arguing with all day, and he said it was painless. Some minor discomfort, but the Y Factor and the doctors there, great communication pre and post op. You don't have to worry about them just treating you like a number. Go call them right now, 832-210-2556, 832-210-2556, or visit them online, TheYFactor.com. Finish the job, get the vasectomy, no more kids, be happy. I mean, that's kind of my motto, but it doesn't matter. Oh, this is, wow. You were on the can this whole time, John? I thought I took a long time. Jesus. Hey, Captain Indy Cowboy, what's up? He says, why are y'all surprised? He was hooking up with Mia Khalifa from the beginning. He's got an addiction to this stuff. Now, really? Did I know that? I want to act like I didn't know that, but I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I can't recall. Like, when you said that, it didn't refresh anything in my head that, oh, Deshaun Watson, Mia Khalifa, duh. I mean, I know Nick Sharara and Mia Khalifa, but I wasn't aware of Deshaun. Interesting. That's pretty good. All right, let's get to this little Nas X story. I need to talk about this. You guys asked about it on the Discord, like what were my thoughts on this? Let me explain to you what's going on here. And I also have a video that's going to get me a copyright strike, and I don't give a shit because we're going to play it because it's all about the show and not about YouTube's copyright strikes, because I've said it once, I'll say it again. Fuck YouTube as a staff, record label, and as a crew. Here's the deal. So Nike has filed a trademark infringement lawsuit against Lil Nas X and a company called Mischief, MSCHF. You see it there on the left of your screen, I'm guessing. These two, Lil Nas X and Mischief, the custom shoe creators, have collaborated on a shoe that they call the Satan. Where did it go? They're called Satan shoes. And they are basically modified Nike Air Max 97s, which, by the way, 97s are one of the ugliest Air Maxes, so that doesn't even make sense. But basically, the sneakers are decorated with a pentagram and a reference to Luke 10:18, which is a Bible verse about Satan falling from heaven. I'll show you this as well. There you go. These are the Satan shoes Lil Nas X collaborated with Mischief on. Now, there's only 666 pairs of these. You can even see there's a little serial number on there, one of 666. They retail for $1,018. They've already sold out. So if you were thinking about getting a pair of these satanic Air Maxes, good luck. The problem is Nike has filed a lawsuit claiming trademark infringement. It says that the lawsuit argues that Nike must maintain control over its brand by setting the record straight about what products bear its distinctive swoosh logo. Quote, in fact, there is already evidence of significant confusion and dilution occurring in the marketplace, including calls to boycott Nike in response to the launch of Mischief's Satan shoes based on the mistaken belief that Nike has authorized or approved the product. Now, I want to point out a couple of things about this story. Nike's not suing Lil Nas X. They haven't brought this suit against the rapper. They have brought this suit against the shoe company or the custom shoe company Mischief. In a statement after the complaint, Nike reiterated it's in no way affiliated with Satan shoes. It says, we don't have any further details to share on pending legal matters. However, we can tell you we do not have a relationship with Lil Nas X or Mischief. Now, my very first thought about this, and I've read the Discord, I've read tweets, I've read conversations about this, and everybody's like, yeah, everybody has an opinion. But this is my first thought on this, and I didn't want to take anybody else's opinion. This is what I think. And I've seen that too, right? Oh, they had the Jesus Air Maxes or the Nike shoes. They've had all these other things, and they're good with all this. This is why I think Nike has a baseless claim, and this won't hold up in court. It's very simple. If I buy a Ford Mustang and I put a pentagram on the Ford, I have it custom painted. I put a pentagram on it. I put devil horns on it. I put fuck the police on it. I put Jesus was a hoe-ass hoe on it. Whatever satanic and bullshit messages I want to put on it. Ford isn't out here suing everybody that's custom painting cars saying you're making Fords look bad. Everyone thinks that's an official Ford Mustang satanic car. It doesn't hold up. This is going to be thrown out super fast, I promise you. Now, Nike has a lot of money. They're going to drag this out. They're not worried. Let me explain. Nike's not worried about winning this case. They're trying to put Mischief out of business or make it really, really difficult. For them, making it difficult on Nike to have to tell people, no, we don't have nothing to do with satanic shoes. Nothing. And there were conversations of freedom of religion, and you can't be inclusive or exclusive and say, well, just as long as it's my religion. I don't give a shit about any of that. What this boils down to is it's very simple. When I buy your product, I can do whatever the fuck I want with it when I own it. I can put devil horns. I can draw a cock. I can draw Virginias on it. I don't give a shit. I bought the shoes. So if these folks are buying the shoes and customizing them, it's no different than a customized car. It's no different than a Saline Mustang, which I know Mustang authorizes, but there are people that customize shit all the time that they buy. If I buy a house from David Weekley Homes and I paint that bitch pink and put a big set of balls on the front door, David Weekley's not, it's making it look like David Weekley is in the balls and pink things. It's ridiculous. This isn't about the lawsuit. Please know that. What this is about is these shoes. Now, what we need to talk about, and I'm going to be a little late on this break, but what we need to talk about, two things bothered me about this. Number one, there's blood in the goddamn soles. Why is there blood in the soles of these shoes? This is the problem. They said that there's actual human blood. I am not getting, sweet. It's the air hepatitis 97. Awesome. Sweet. I can't wait to get the air hepatitises. Why is there fucking actual human, but I don't believe them, but they're saying that. And they're probably like, it's not true, but it's good marketing. There's no way they put real human blood into the fucking air soles of these shoes. Oh, there's one drop. Still, don't give me your hepatitis. Oh, and that's because the Jesus shoes had holy water. Ooh, I mean, this is all fucking ridiculous. That's still gross as fuck. I don't give a fuck if it's 1 drop, 100 drops, a half a drop, a milli drop. I don't give a shit. Don't put blood in my shoes. I'm just trying to wear your fucking gross ass bloody shoes. Who volunteered too, by the way? Yeah, look, go on, man. We got to fucking sell these shoes. Go on, suck it out. Let's do it. The other problem is the video. It's not a problem. But he released an apology. And I, doing my homework and due diligence, have the apology that Lil Nas X, God, I'm old. He put it on YouTube. He said, here's my apology video for Nike. Check it out.
Okay, guys, I see everybody's been talking about this shoe, and I just want to come forward and say,
fuck it, let's ride.
Watch this right here. Go! Night night, Satan. Down goes Satan. That was the apology video. He's like, I'm sorry, Nike. Fuck your apology, bitch. It got weird. It got weird. Now, I want to make 2 comments. One, I like that song. I really liked that song. The song was really good. If I just don't watch him giving the devil a lap dance, pretty good song. The apology video, I'm also down with that because it was super smart. So the video a little bit weird, but that's just me. Rev. I'm like, okay, this is definitely going into my my current playlist rotation for sure. I dig it. All right. Oh my God, we're way late. Kyle, don't call until 3:05. I got to get to this break and run this break video because Daddy has to pee. When we come back on the other side of this break, Kyle King's going to join me for the remainder of the show. The next hour, we're going to bullshit and have some fun, and I'm sure we'll talk about this Michael Rappaport thing with Barstool and KD, and I'm sure if he's been watching, he's got opinions on all of my stupid ass takes. So we're going to get to all of that and more right after this break, and we got Whisker Wednesday to get to as well. It is a Whisker Wednesday. I'm going to show you 2 kitties to adopt in hour number 2. Until then, or a kitty and a pup, I should say. Until then, check out this video, and I'll see you in 5. Don't go anywhere. This is Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. I'll see you in 5.
Oh my God, the cat is on fire. Holy shit. Someone grab a fucking extinguisher.
How you doing, bud? Chilling? Chilling. I like driving with my mama and stuff. Oh, man. Do you know where the laundry room is, buddy?
Oh my God. Oh my God, he on X Games, man. Jack, you hungry?
Yo, that is 1,000% me. Not the guy doing sit-ups. The guy like, yo, I'm hungry. Hey, woman, over here. Put some food in this goddamn bowl. Hey, welcome back to hour number 2 of Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for sticking around through the break. You guys, appreciate you being here. We've got to do Whisker Wednesday before I bring on Kyle King. And you just saw all those videos of all the crazy ass cats. So Kyle's gonna join me in hour number 2, but I would be remiss if we didn't do Whisker Wednesday on a Whisker Wednesday. As you know, every single Wednesday, I bring you 2 adoptable animals from Special Pals. If you don't know about Special Pals, they're open Wednesday through Sunday, 12 to 4 p.m. All the dogs and cats that you adopt from Special Pals come fully vaccinated, microchipped, spayed or neutered, up to date on flea and heartworm prevention. It's literally one-stop shopping. You find the animal of your dreams, you adopt them, you leave. Go to specialpals.org right now to find all of the adoptable animals and learn how you can help. So today on Whisker Wednesday, I bring to you first Brutus. Brutus is a beautiful brindle boy who was found as a stray in a rural town in South Texas down near Corpus. 7 months old, weighs 14 pounds. He will stay on the smaller side as an adult. We think he might have a Dachshund in his DNA, but one thing is for sure, he's all puppy. That means go trot around the block with him. He likes to sniff and explore. It makes him happy. He's got energy. Going to make a great addition to your family. Remember, you want to adopt Brutus, just go to specialpals.org. He's available. He's there Wednesday through Sunday, 12 to 4 p.m. And he will be vaccinated. He will be microchipped. He will be spayed or neutered. Which one is which for which ones? The dudes get spayed? No, dudes get neutered. And up to date on their flea and heartworm. Also, you know, we do have dogs, and my heart goes out to the cats. That's who I love the most. Here's the thing I've noticed about the Special Pals dogs versus cats. All the dogs are like, yeah, walk them around the block. They're gonna be great. They got a little energy. Cats are like, they're lazy, and that's why I love cats. This is Pancake. I also love Pancakes. Pancake is a relaxed little lady who spent time in a rural shelter in South Texas before making her way to Special Pals. 4 years old. Green eyes, long hair. She keeps herself looking fresh with all that beauty sleep. So if you're just looking for an animal to have around the house to talk to, maybe your husband or wife ignores you, but you don't want something with a lot of upkeep, check out Pancake, and you can do so at specialpals.org. Like I said, 12 to 4, Wednesday through Sunday. Go adopt Pancake because everybody loves pancakes. Hey, thanks to Katie and Special Pals for providing us with 2 more animals to bring to you guys to adopt. All right, now that Whisker Wednesday is done, joining me on the show right now, you can see him on Twitch. I asked him, like, when do you stream? He's like, a lot. He's out there just killing the game. Kyle King joins me. Kyle, what's up, homie?
First of all, really quick, shots to you, sir. Shots
cheers.
to you.
I got an empty glass, but nice. Oh, yeah. Oh, we got the beer chaser. I'm digging it. No?
Hey, hold on. It's not a beer. It's twisted tea. All right, let's. Because I know somebody in the chat is going to be like, "Oh, he's drinking a bitch drink," but I'm not here to impress you with what kind of alcohol I drink. Okay?
Look, Kyle. I drink Diet Coke every day on this. There's no way that they can make more fun of you than they do of me for chasing.
Have a diet?
Chasing my shots of Jameson with Diet Coke. Really? Really? What kind of a self-respecting man, huh?
Do you have a Diet Coke button where somebody just like brings you a Diet Coke perfectly served and chilled at the right temperature?
I wish, but my wife did. But watch this. See, nothing up my sleeves. Let me put it on Flex Cam. This is called Flex Cam because yeah, Flex Cam exists because it shows off the PS5. That's Flex Cam, right?
Oh, okay. You're one of those guys. You're one of those.
I got no other Diet Coke on this screen, right? That's it. There's no. Right. I have the one Diet Coke, and that's it. What the fuck? This is like Inception right now. What's happening?
Whoa! Yeah. Double the berry. I love it.
Now watch. I don't want to flex on you, Kyle.
Yes, you do.
Oh!
What's it?
Look at that fridge right there in the room.
Nice.
So I don't have a button where a lady dressed in scantily clad clothes, but my wife did buy me a Diet Coke fridge because I'm that much of a weirdo.
Yeah, I have a button too. I have a button too to bring me Dr. Pepper, but all that happens is once I hit the button, my wife just goes, "Hey, fuck you!" I'm just like, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Dude, welcome to the show, man. This has been a long time coming. You are absolutely killing it over there on the Twitches.
Dude, thank you so much for having me, man. Like, I can't tell you enough, like, just how I think you are just an incredibly funny human being.
Thank you.
And I've actually done open mic night stand-up a few times, secretly hoping that you would like be in the back and be like, this guy's good. This guy's good. Instead, it just ended with me crying after a minute and a half. And being like, do I ever want to do this again?
What?
Yes, I did.
So you've tried stand up. I respect the shit out of that because a lot of people like to. I'm funny. My friends think I'm funny, but they don't have the balls to actually go on stage and try it. Well, how did you do, Kyle? Did you bomb?
No, I think I did okay. I did all right. Like the open mic game where if you're the newbie, it's not like you're going to go on right away.
Right.
You get like the 1 a.m. 1:30 slot.
Exactly.
But the people who were still coherent got chuckles. So, it was good.
Listen, if you didn't absolutely eat a big fat pile of shit and everyone was just like I think I actually have. No, I had crickets on here at one point. If that didn't happen, then you're fine, dude. If you just got a smattering of smiles, that is a huge win when it comes to open mic night. So good for you.
Thank you, man. I mean, I'll definitely take it. I want to do it again. Like, I would love to go out and do it again. I've got material that I've written for days. a 2-year-old. I'm married to a nurse. So like I have a plethora of bad things that have happened to me.
It's like we're blood brothers or something, because I too am married to a nurse and have a 1-year-old cat.
Yeah.
But it doesn't it's the same. I'm sure your baby's probably a little airier than most. It's the same.
My daughter has gotten to the point where we're fucking Pablo Picasso on my walls. So
nice.
I've spent all morning long literally just washing my walls with Sesame Street on in the background. And like, don't get me wrong, Sesame Street does a great job, but I am so damn tired of Elmo right now. Like, we have reached the point where we don't even say the name in this household. We spell it out, because every time I spell it out, my daughter just looks at me like, huh?
Yes!
What's ELFO? What?
Let's go! Now, I noticed the shirt. Are you a Cougum guy? Are you bandwagoning it, Kyle?
I'm proud bandwagoning.
Jesus.
Bandwagoning the shit out of it.
Are you
Hold
really?
on. No. Yes, absolutely, 100%. Because you know why? I have city pride. Yes, my bracket says Gonzaga as champ.
Did you even have them in the Final Four?
I did. I did have them in the Final Four. Okay. Thank you. And I have them in the championship game.
Oh, really? Okay.
So the way I did it, I wanted to put them in the championship game because my followers over on Twitch were telling me, like, they were all about it. Like, dude, you got to put U of H. You got to put U of H. And I'm like, okay, fine. Why not? But the way I looked at it was, I am so sick and tired of all of this. Oh, Gonzaga's going to do it. It's Gonzaga's year. They're going to win. Either do it this year or I'm never rooting for them again. I will never put them in the championship game ever. Not even if there's a fire.
No. Wow, that would be extreme. So who, if you're not a Cougs fan, do you have a university that you normally root for? I respect you owning the bandwagonism. I won't do that. And I love the city of Houston, born and raised here,
right.
But I refuse to bandwagon it simply because, and don't take this the wrong way, because present company excluded. But it's nauseating to see the people that pretend. Now, you're owning it. That's a whole different category of bandwagon. I respect that. It's the people that are like, I've always been a Coug. They do it wrong. It's like, that's not even the Coug. That's the Shocker. You've got the wrong fucking paw up. You fucking idiot. And they're like, no, but I've always. Really? Well, let me take a gander through your timeline. I swear to God I did this. This is how fucking petty I am, Kyle. One person on Twitter was like, don't be getting on the bandwagon with us Cougars. I was like, okay, motherfucker, let's do a quick search. So I go to advanced Twitter search. I put in their handle, Cougars.
Oh, shit.
And then I fucking search from October to February. Fuck March Madness. Let's just see how many times you tweeted about the Cougars during the regular season. You know how many tweets I found from this fraud ass perpetrator? Zero.
I was going to say it had to be under 3. Yeah.
Because I didn't do March. I went October to February. Basketball season.
That's perfectly fine. And look, I'm with you. Like, I'm the same way. Like, look, I will not lie to you. I will absolutely tell you I am bandwagoning the fuck out of this team.
I love that, though. That's fine.
I want, like, at the end of the day, I do want my city to put on. Like, I want my city to win. I want it to be represented well, and that's what they're doing. And I like I said, I love it. I'm sorry I wasn't there with you guys from the very beginning, but I'm fucking here now. Doesn't that count for something? Like, I'm here. Let's go. I bought the merchandise. I can be a fan. And
when they don't make the tournament next year, you're gonna burn that shirt and pretend like you're gonna go to Twitch. You're gonna be asking. You're gonna send me an email. Hey, can you take that video down of me and that ULA shirt? It's fucking embarrassing. They won 3 games this year. It's fucking embarrassing.
Hey,
but that's Barry, all part of the.
I'm an A&M guy now. Can you
listen? Are you handy in Final Cut Pro? Could you maybe superimpose something and use the tricks so that?
Oh my God! Do me a favor. Save this video, and then you could be like those jersey swap guys on Twitter whenever free agency rolls around, and you could. Yes, that's what you could do.
That's outstanding.
He's the guy.
So who is your university of choice that you would normally root for? if not U of H.
Lone Star Community College.
Dude, this is weird how much we have in common. They were even saying in the chat we look alike. This is, although, look, if I did this, now I don't have the sexy beard. I don't do this because of the ring light. But if I and because I'm fucking old and I have the transition, not the transition. What's the one that's the bifocals? Yeah, I have to have that I'm fucking old, Kyle. I'm 46.
Hey,
right now everything is blurry because of these stupid ass glasses. But like, if I put on a red hat and a fake beard, we would kind of look alike. You're a handsome man. I just realized it. Oh, there you go.
You are a handsome son. Hold on, but I also have, see, I also grew my hair back.
Oh, you have hair. So. Yeah. Well, you might want to put the hat on. That didn't go well.
Yeah. But I can't. Here's what sucks is I can't see anything right now, so I have no idea what my hair fucking looks like.
It's not. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, there you go. That's.
I'm a
very Fred Durst vibe, but I'm good with it.
Oh, hey, you know I'd be loving this shit right here. LIMP.
So Lone Star, that's it. You don't have it. Like, okay, I get a lot of shit, Kyle, because I grew up an Aggie fan. I didn't go to A&M. Right. I, like you, graduated from the Lone Star Fighting Idiots. I don't know what their mascot is. When
I was there, they were the Ducks.
Really? See, everybody tells me, like, I think every campus has its own mascot, which is stupid. But whatever. I feel like you should just be like, we're all going to be the fighting librarians or whatever they choose. But I got my associates from Lone Star. But from the age of like 7, I remember listening and watching nothing but Aggie football because my dad was obsessed with Aggie football. So I grew up an Aggie fan. I am a lifelong Aggie fan, long suffering. No one chooses to be an Aggie fan. That would be like choosing to be an Oiler fan. No one's going to do that. Be like, you know what? I need a new football team. Lions. I think I'll be a Lions fan. That would be the equivalent of choosing the fucking Aggies. So I grew up an Aggie fan. Didn't go to the school. Right. You don't have a school like that you either, secretly root for or have always your whole life?
No, I don't. Like when it comes to college sports, I root for the storyline. Like I root for what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, and don't get me wrong. I actually have teams. I don't root for them, but I have teams that I hope really bad things happen to them all the time. And that's like Duke, like Kentucky, the University of Texas. I hope every single one of their players stubs their pinky toe every day of their life. Just randomly on some shit. So
you're not like you're an anti-fan. You're not like
yes.
I hope the Aggies win. You just root against people, not for. You root against teams, not for. Yes. I kind of like that. It's got a real hater vibe to it. I'm kind of a hater though. I think I like the way you're thinking here.
Like if your team is like, oh, it's the first time they've ever been in the national championship game. Good. I hope they get their ass beat. I hope they lose by 40 and it's a national embarrassment. And then you can go hiding in your hole for the next 20 years. Wow. That's what I want.
You thrive on that. I kind of dig that. I'm not mad at this at all. I'm really not.
Barry, I'm also the same guy. Like when my professional football team does not have like a number 1 pick, I'm hoping for anarchy. I'm hoping that somebody I'm hoping that a general manager gets like drunk off of Jim Irsay's cocaine and whiskey that he's got, and they mess up and draft a punter and screw everybody up. Like that's what I hope for in sports. I love anarchy.
Look, I never thought to go down that path. I could be. You're like the Darth Vader of sports. I kind of like the dark side. It vibes well with me to root against versus rooting for, especially having been in this business now for a while. I mean, radio for 7 years will kind of jade you on rooting for a team because you have to have that level of objectivity where it's like, all right, I love the Texans, but I fucking hate the Texans as a professional. They're disgusting. Yes. I root for them as a fan, but as an organization, it's a shit show. I kind of like just extracting and be like, I hope you all fucking lose. I hope the Super Bowl's a tie. I hope the World Series goes to game 8 for however the fuck that would happen, and that becomes a tie. I hope the fucking NBA Finals ends in 4 because the fucking lights burnt out on all the stadium. I kind of like this, man. I'm like, that feeds me a little bit. Yeah.
And if if Duke and Kentucky were somehow like in the championship game and somebody were to come to me on my sports show and be like, Kyle, who you got? Who you think's going to win? Or who do you want to win? I'd be like, you know who I want to win? A fucking meteor. I want a meteor to crash into the stadium, just obliterating both teams. And then we can just be like, I guess it's a toss-up. I guess we don't have a winner this year. Sure. I want anarchy. Anarchy is fun.
Why? Why is this? Because you were you hated your teams growing up? Why all the hate?
So mainly because I'm a Houston sports fan, and they have ruined.
Say no more, fam.
Yeah, like if I can't have nice things, no one can have nice things. Okay. Yeah. Like that's how it is. And I will never forgive Houston sports teams. And this goes for all of them. I will never forgive Houston sports teams for wasting my 20s. Do you know how much partying I had stored up in this body for a World Series, for an NBA title, for a freaking Super Bowl, and they wasted it? 2017 was the closest I got, and I passed out at 3 a.m. in a hotel room.
I got news for you. How old are you, Kyle? How old are you?
34.
I'm 46, and I have rooted for the Oilers, Rockets, and Astros. Oilers, Texans, Rockets, Astros my entire life. It don't get any better. This city, no. I don't believe in curses, but if I did, 1,000% Houston sports is cursed. 1,000%.
We are absolutely cursed. Since 2017 and the Astros cheated to win a World Series, we're 1,000% cursed.
Go back even further. Let's think about all of the world championships that this city has now. Okay, save it, soccer dynamo dorks, and save it, WNBA weirdos. No one gives a fuck, okay?
No one gives a obscure sports who are like,
yeah,
we're really good at the WNBA. That's great for all three of their fans. Like, that's awesome. And I'm sure they appreciate
Channel 13 will be like, well, congratulations. Did you guys know that the Houston Badminton Association won the World Badminton Championships? Yeah. Houston, we don't have a problem. We've got world championships in this city, and that's in badminton. So all we really care about is the three majors, right? That's it.
Yes.
And if you think about the world championships that exist in this city, they're all tainted. They all have an asterisk. The Rockets won 2 world championships when Michael Jordan was playing baseball, and the Astros banged trash cans to get their championship. So even when this city wins a fucking championship, there's something wrong. It's cursed. It is fucking cursed. I agree with you.
And that's another thing. That's another thing that I add to the Astros screwing us up. Again, James Harden leaves, and now I think that like Deshaun Watson was like, maybe I got to bang some masseuses to win a Super Bowl here. I don't know.
Jesus.
If that's what he got the inspiration from, but I'm putting it on the Astros as well. This is all their fault.
You're blaming them for everything. There's just the bad mojo over this entire city. They caused it.
And like,
if Harvey wasn't first, I'm sure they would have got blamed for that too. Like, how could you? How could you cheat? Now we got Harvey because of you fuckers.
They were cheating during that. I think that was God's way of telling them, like, knock this off. And they were all just like, nah, we're good. Like, we're going to win. Like, come on.
We got this, fam.
Right?
I feel this, man. I could literally talk about this forever. But I wanted to talk with you a little bit about this Michael Rappaport Barstool Katie. I saved this for us because I wanted somebody else to talk about this with. This is the weirdest fucking menage a trois of fuckery I've ever seen. If you guys don't know what's going on, let me just I'll give you the bullet points of this. So Michael Rappaport is in a lawsuit, a defamation of character or slander lawsuit. Well, he's not in it anymore because it's been thrown out of court. But he was suing Barstool basically because he talks shit about the Stoolies. He said if you call yourself a Stoolie, you're pretty much at the lowest point in your life, which it's fucking dumb to do, Kyle. That would be like you have a name for your viewers and your listeners, right?
The Kingsman, yes, sir.
The Kingsman. On this show, we're the
Deckheads.
We're the Deckheads. That would literally be me being like, by the way, if you call yourself a Deckhead, you're a fucking idiot. Like, why would you shit on your own brand? They're paying you hundreds of thousands of, and I get it. That's his shtick, is to be abrasive and roast people. but you don't shit where you eat. I don't give a fuck how funny you think you are. There's a point where you got to protect the brand, protect the shield, right? And to shit on the Stoolies and all of Barstool wasn't smart. So they immediately, what do they call him? The head Stoolie?
El Prez.
Yeah.
El Presidente.
Don't even get me started on the whole Barstool culture of weirdness. At first I was like, this is cool. And then I very quickly was like, this is so fucking bro. I can't even deal with the broness of it all, but it's weird. Anyways, so he immediately, you do like him.
So, well, because hold on, I like certain aspects of Barstool because I agree with you. Like there are some that are just so brotacular that I'm just like, fucking stop. Like, enjoy your success now because you'll be able to tell this to all your friends at the Jack in the Box you're going to work at later on in life. But I like guys like Big Cat and PFT who do Pardon My Take. Like I love those guys. They're funny. They're a little bro-ish, but they're in on it. You know what I mean? Like they get it. They play it up.
It's a bit.
I also think that Dave Portnoy, while he does some stupid shit every now and then, I actually think Portnoy's a decent person. He's done a lot for the restaurant industry during the pandemic. He does do a lot of charitable things. People sit there and be like, oh, he's racist and this and that. And I'm like, okay. But he also has Deion Sanders, who is doing shows with him side by side. And, Deion doesn't strike me as the kind of guy that would be like, I'll work for a racist, even though he did work for Jerry Jones. But, he was younger.
Got to get those checks.
Right. So anyway, I like certain aspects of Barstool, but I'm with you. Like for the most part, a lot of their shit is brotacular, and it's just like
now.
Please no.
Don't get me wrong. When I think about what I'm trying to build with Barry on Deck and turning it into a media company, Who's Fancy Media, and then trying to grow a brand and all the vision that I have, I've got my 1, 3, and 5 year goals, but then I've got a 10 year. I look at Barstool as the model as to how to do that, right? It's like, but I also look at the things that they do that I don't like and I don't want to repeat and I don't want to, because, in radio, you go to a bunch of different sources, for example, for your topics of the day. And Barstool used to be in my regular rotation. Like, all right, what is Bro Bible, Barstool, For the Win, Larry Brown Sports, ESPN, and USA Today? That was like, I could go there and fill out a 3-hour show like that. And then I started noticing like Barstool was all it was almost too much self-promotion. It was all, or it wasn't news stories. It was just like all about Barstool. And it started to turn me off, and I just didn't use it as a source anymore. And I just think it's all like everything you see on there. Yeah, they have articles and they have a few things here and there, but it's all about the brand. And that's fine. But at some point you need to get back to your roots a little bit, because if you want to grow, you got to get more people attracted to you, which is what you were doing in the first place, if that makes sense. I don't know.
No, I think you're absolutely right. And look, I like some of the steps that the company has taken overall by bringing in like their CEO, Erica Nardini, because the big knock on them was, they're just chauvinists and they don't give a shit about women. And then they went, okay, cool, we'll hire a female CEO, which then turned that crowd into the whole like, well, yeah, but like that's not good enough. Okay, cool. We have the #1 rated podcast for females called Call Her Daddy. And then we've also got Chicks in the Office and the Dime Package. And Casey Smith is featured prominently on our
was at
college
ESPN Houston
show
for a while. Casey Smith. Yes. I don't know if you knew that.
Yes, absolutely. And it's like they did all of this stuff to throw it into the haters' faces who were like, you're not doing enough. Yeah. And then like they all sat there and went, well, that's nice, but you're still not doing enough. And I love that. I like the shock. I do partially enjoy their shock value as well. As a guy who grew up like, idolizing guys like Stern and all of that, I don't anymore. But that's what got me into radio, was wanting to be that, that like shock, performer, being funny, not doing the same old. So I love Barstool for that. But there are a lot of times where they do some shit, and I'm just like,
okay,
what? Like, I can't defend that. Like, no.
Yeah, it becomes a little much. But so what happened with this Michael Rappaport thing was that he said if you call yourself a stoolie, it's the lowest point of your life. They immediately fired him. And then they came out with a shirt that he was on the front of with a clown nose and like a red, implying that he had herpes on the shirt. So he sues them for defamation of character and slander by saying that you're telling the world I have herpes, and that's not okay. Now, he didn't deny that he had herpes that I saw. He just said it's not okay to tell the world. I don't know. Maybe he did, but I missed it.
It's not okay to tell the world, even though I was photographed with big, huge herpes that I've named and can literally give an interview. But don't tell people I have it.
Don't tell people that.
I mean, I'm literally flaunting it, but don't tell anybody. Ugh, that's
So
poor.
then they did a rap song about him and all this shit. Nonetheless, it goes to court and it gets thrown out. And he is just beside himself that he lost this suit when the judge, what I saw was the judge basically says, any reasonable person would listen to this song or look at that shirt and not assume that it to be fact that Mr. Rappaport has herpes. And that's the truth of the matter. Like any reasonable person can look at that and go, maybe he does, maybe he doesn't, but this is just a bit. This is just a funny thing.
Yeah.
I mean, what gets me, and we'll talk about the whole Michael Rappaport KD thing, but as a guy that has built his reputation on being so salty and so gruff and attacking people, that you have to go out and file defamation of character because you're worried someone has said you had herpes? Do you know the awful shit this man has said about people? It seems very contradictory.
What's amazing is that Joel Osteen has a thicker skin than Michael Rappaport, because like I saw that clip and I was like, Barry about to get sued by God or something, but luckily you didn't.
Well, he did block me on Twitter.
Oh no!
Yeah,
How are you not gonna pay him now, Barry? How?
He blocked me because anytime something would happen after I released that video, anytime something would happen, people would tag me and him. And then I would respond and I'd be like, yeah, fuck that dude. And I would and eventually I think he just got sick of my shit and people tagging me and him on stuff. And yeah, he blocked me. So
sure
he's that thick skin, that's for sure.
That's fair. But he's never taken you to court, though.
No, that's
really
true.
Quick. Just side note. How does it feel? Because I'm sure you know this, but I'm gonna at least confirm it if you didn't. I literally use that anytime like somebody that I know from out of state brings up Joel Osteen, I literally will just show them that clip. Like, you gotta fucking watch this. Like, this is it. Like, this is exactly what you need to know. Like, I have that clip on standby. It is literally, the URL is a note in my phone, so I can just send it to somebody.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Yeah, that was kind of a signature bit for me. You know, sometimes as a comic, you have, get her done, or you might be a redneck. That Joel Osteen bit for me was the one that, a couple 100,000 views all over social media, and most of it here in Houston. And yeah, the funny thing is that clip was recorded in Fort Worth.
Really?
Yes. It wasn't even recorded here in Houston.
Wow.
That's how universal the hate is for Joel Osteen, is you can go to another fucking city that didn't go through Harvey and tell jokes about him, and they're all like, yep, he's a dick. That's funny. We like it. Yeah.
So when Harvey happened, and we can get back on how much of a bitch Michael Rappaport is in this bit, but I've always said that it was funny because when Harvey happened, I was working for Odyssey. It was Intercom then, but I was working for Odyssey. And I was there for 5 days, and literally the radio station I was at 2 blocks away from Osteen's mega church. So when we got word that he was maybe going to open up, we literally sent 2 people over to the church to find out. They were on the phone with us behind the scenes, and they're like, all right, cool. They literally walked up to the door, wasn't open. Security guard comes out and goes, hey, these doors aren't open, but these doors over here are. So our people they go to do it. They get up to the door, they go to open it, shut. Another security guard comes out and goes, oh, these aren't open, but it started to become like Super Mario Brothers, where like the princess is in another castle. Go try again. Like, so they go to the third doors, those won't even open. So 2 hours later, the church opens up. Our people go and get inside, and one of Osteen's reps is there, and we go to put them on the air. Because again, our job at this point is letting people know you can now go here for shelter.
Right.
You can now go here for stuff. We get this dude on the phone, and I'm sitting in the room. I've been producing for 4 days straight for 14 hours a day. I'm tired. I'm upset. And this dude gets on, and our host goes like, "Oh, hey, we understand you guys are open now." And one of Osteen's representatives on the phone goes, "Well, let me clarify. We've been open this whole time." And I nearly bit a hole through my fucking lip trying not to go off on this guy to be like, "We literally just pulled on 3 doors. What are you talking about? You were not open."
It's the biggest sham. And, you hear people defending him. And I've talked to people that were like, well, but he did so much. There was a guy I worked with who was like, well, he let our synagogue flooded and he let everyone into the church. Yeah, at one point, out of guilt and shame and pressure, he opened it. But at that moment, if you recall, Kyle, Sean Salisbury went out there with his fucking video camera. That's the reason it broke nationally. Sean Salisbury at the time was at ESPN 97.5 with us. He goes to the fucking church and he's like, they won't let us, nobody's letting him, and I forget who else it was. That's why it broke nationally, is that Shawnee was like, nope, not open. And then everyone was like, well, why the fuck not? And then, then the rumor comes out that he was waiting to get money from FEMA, waiting to be assured that the people that he let in would be covered by FEMA checks. And I don't know if that's true or not, but it would make some sense.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
I like money. I don't trust any pastor who is rolling in anything better than a 2008 Ford Fiesta.
Yeah.
Like, if you're rolling in something better than that, I don't trust you as a pastor. I'm sorry.
I want my pastors poor. I just like...
Yes. Yes, I want my pastors poor.
Yeah.
I literally want doorknobs hanging off of the church that I'm attending, so that way when they pass around the building fund, I know it's going to go towards the building.
Exactly. Not his car, not his building, not his house.
Right. But sorry, and we derailed. But back to
hey, watch it. I have a 2014 Fiesta. Well, you are a reverend. You are a reverend.
House would be a pastor that I would go to. Like, that passes the test. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. No. But no. Sidebar from just between us. I'd never fucking. I've seen Rev in the chat. I'd never fucking do that.
Okay. Anyways, I'll unmute us now. Anyways, back to the show. Yeah. So what fascinates me about this Michael Rappaport thing is he's the big loudmouth. I've got some slides for you because he got into it with KD. And I got to be honest with you, I didn't expect this from KD, but this is what happened. Like, so he tweets out, KD seemed deeply in his feelings when talking on TNT. KD responds, "You a bitch." He says, "Just do the fucking interview. Say something up there crying, up there like you were going to cry." KD responds, "I did the interview, you dickhead." And then they go back and forth. He says, "Tell your baby daddy Chuck to be better at his job and frame the questions better. He gave me 2 options for that dumbass question, yes or no." It keeps going. KD calls him a cunt, a pale, pasty, cum-guzzling bitch. I swear, this is all KD. I swear I'm going to spit in your face when I see you. Bet your life on it. Meet me at 17th Street. He went to meet me at the fucking Flagpole High School. I'm going to beat your ass at the fucking bike rack thing. Called him
KD's
a
about
pussy.
That life, man.
Called him a pussy. Called him a clown. Kept calling him a pale cocksucker, which is there's so much to unwrap just in those 3 words. You pale cocksucker. Now the media and everybody's like, KD's homophobic and racist because he called him pale and a cocksucker, and it's just their words, not mine. I got to be honest with you, Kyle. I didn't expect this from KD. He seems very soft-spoken. The dude had a burner Twitter account. Like,
really?
That makes you think that it's like he's more psycho high school chick than he is badass tough guy, street guy. It was a very weird turn for me.
I have 2 burner accounts.
Do you?
Now, one burner account is literally specifically for me to bitch out companies that piss me off. Like, if they don't send my
might
order
be a sponsor.
Exactly. Like, look.
How do you do that though? Like, so for my burner account, it would be like Larry Bamanak. But if you did Kyle King, what do you just like replace the Y and the I? You're like KILEKYNG. How do you fucking? What's your burner? No, don't tell me what it is.
Yeah.
Do that.
No. So my burner accounts are burner accounts. I won't say the names of them, but if you ever see a burner account, or if you ever see an account tweeting at you with a fucking luchador mask on, it is literally me.
Just out here. I kind of like that though. I've thought about doing burner accounts, but then I'm like, I'm not investing that. I would rather just tell you to go fuck yourself face to face. Like not face to face, but like tweet to tweet, right? Like trust me.
Well, that's what
all
you
the
said
time
earlier
I'm
about
telling
like
people to go ahead.
100. I'm sorry. I stepped on you. That's my apology. That's bad form. At one point I created them because I was at the time I was on a morning show here in Houston. I was trying to protect the brand.
Okay.
I was on 100.3 The Bull as the morning show producer, and I, again, had a brand to protect, like you said earlier. Like I had to protect the brand. So if I wanted to tell Ted Cruz to go fuck himself, I had to go do it through the burner account. But now I'm on Twitch, and I literally call that guy drunk on my show and leave him voicemails. So now I don't care. The only brand I have to protect is me.
So I'm not the only one out here getting drunk on my show, embarrassing myself. You're doing that too?
Oh God, no, Barry! I embarrass myself on the reg, man. Like every single night, I'm like the asshole Kingsmen, and I mean that in the most loving way possible because they're fantastic. Those assholes had me eating 2 Carolina Reaper peppers on stream the other night.
Oh no!
Worst pain I think I have. Like,
oh no!
I got done eating 2 of those, and by the end of the night, I was in so much pain that I remember I crawled into bed, and my wife goes, what? She goes, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I go, I had 2 Carolina Reaper peppers. Honestly, this feels worse than childbirth. And my wife, who delivered naturally, kicked me the fuck out of the room and was like, go drink some Pepto and sleep downstairs, dickhead.
Oh yeah, that was a bad. And we don't have kids, and I can tell you, I would have never fucking said that. You were delusional. Blame it on the peppers. Be like, I'm fucking all high from the peppers. You don't understand.
That's exactly what I was saying. I was like, babe, you don't understand. Like the peppers got to me, and she was like, well, you can thank the peppers for your ass sleeping on the couch this weekend.
That's outstanding.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me about the show. Tell the people about the show. Tell the deckheads that haven't gone and experienced the show on Twitch, which, by the way, Reverend Lord Chris Householder III threw the link in the chat. And I was trying to find it. I should have favored it. I forgot now. This Ecamm Live has this new favorite thing.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty dope. Hold on. I'm going to type in Kyle. Let's see if I can find it in the chat. There it is. Right there. And I'll favor it. So there it is. Twitch.tv / The Kyle King Show. What's the show was about? I know you stream a lot, you said. What goes on over there in Kyle King Town?
Oh man, there's a lot. Like we talk sports. I play games very fucking poorly and get mad at Warzone and Rocket League. It's a mixture of everything. Like if you want to come check out a show where I'm just yelling at other people on Call of Duty, you can come check that out. If you want to hear me talk about sports and talk about how I hope a meteor hits a stadium when Duke and Kentucky play, you can come watch that as well. Or if you want to come out on Friday nights, which is our biggest show, 7 p.m., we get started Central Time. I play unsigned artists. I feature them for an entire hour. Yeah, man. Like when
the whole show is nothing but unsigned artists?
It's a good portion of it.
That is dope.
Not the whole show. Thank you, man. Like I get artists from around the country who send me their stuff, and I play them. I play, while I play games. We do drinking games. I have a punishment wheel the community gets involved in.
Nice.
And I also have bounties out there. So it's like for instance, you ever heard of Bean Boozled?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
It's the jelly bellies that taste like dog shit or whatever. Yeah.
Dog shit's not a flavor.
Oh, it's not?
Yeah,
okay.
But I'm pretty sure that they're going to do that.
If my ex-wife made them, it probably would taste like that. She cooked them. If she cooked them. She couldn't cook.
like there's dead fish, there's booger, there's spoiled milk.
Oh my God.
Let's see, there's barf and skunk spray. It's a whole bunch of just.
And so you're punishing yourself when you do this?
Well, okay, so like, on Twitch, you've seen it where people drop subscriptions, they drop bits and stuff.
Sure,
like,
I'm on Twitch Tuesdays and Thursdays. Trust me.
I'm a Barry is funny. I'm a Barry is funny subscriber, baby.
Yes, that's right.
Damn right.
Yeah,
damn right. I did.
Because
like I said, I can't speak enough. I love what you do. I think you are just a funny son of a bitch. No. You're just no. You're going to let me just sit here and just like orally fillet you. Okay, so just you're
I'm
so
not. Let me
funny.
turn his mic up. I'm not gonna do that. Stop saying good stuff about me. Let me give you the whole screen to do it. And, no, I'm just fucking with you. Oh wow, we got switched. Hold on. Boom. It's such a weird thing. All right,
there we go. No, like I said, I think you are phenomenal. But like I said, I don't feel comfortable with people just being like, I really liked your take on Deshaun Watson getting a rub and tug. Here's 100 bits. Like, I feel like I should be doing something to earn it. So I do community goals where it's like, hey, for every 2,000 bits that we get, for every 20 subscriptions that we get, for every raid that's over 5, I'll spin the wheel.
Nice.
It could land on one of the beans. It could land on some shit like insanity sauce, which...
Where's the wheel? Is it on your stream? It's a virtual wheel?
Yes.
And not... Okay, yeah, because they do those. I think I did that for the Super Bowl watch party. We had a wheel where we gave away prizes.
Yep.
Okay, because I was going to say, well, get the wheel out. I want to see you do some awful shit, but I won't make you do that.
I'm sure you would. And don't get me wrong. For you, next time you invite me onto the show, see what I'm doing. This way I get another.
That's super smart. Yeah.
Next time I will have something prepared where I do some disgusting,
some awful,
hurtful shit.
Okay.
Yes.
Tony in the chat wants to know, do you talk soccer? Because on this show, when they start that soccer bullshit, I have my moderators time them out. They get a 5-minute nap time in the chat. I'm not going to have this bullshit soccer talk. Not on this show. Not on this goddamn show. We don't.
Hey, look, I respect that opinion, but Tony,
fan?
If you come over to my stream, I can promise you that, like every good American, I only give a fuck about soccer every 4 years. Okay, so when the World Cup rolls around, we'll talk some soccer.
Now, see, I was just bitching about this, and I got all these soccer dorks all upset. They were so mad at me. The comments, because I'm like, the casual guy that doesn't know shit about soccer like me. If you don't make the Olympics, we don't give a fuck. So it was a big deal that they didn't make the Olympics.
Olympics as well. Olympics, World Cup and Olympics. I will look, whenever countries are involved battling for who's better, I'm on board.
Right.
Absolutely.
Oh, imagine that, 100%. Chat. Imagine that, Tony. I need y'all to shut the fuck up about this.
Yeah, but like when CONCACAF comes up or whatever, however the fuck you pronounce it. Yeah, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't care.
What the fuck is a friendly? Why do we have to? Why? I feel like they're covering up for something by calling it a friendly.
Yeah,
like what?
Could you imagine going to like Brian Urlacher or Ray Lewis or Dick Butkus back in the day and being like, guys, this is just a friendly. It's a friendly. They'd look at you and be like, get the fuck out of here. Go back to washing our jock straps. Okay.
There's no need to be aggressive in this game. We're just gonna have a friendly little match that we're all gonna fake injury in.
Ain't nothing friendly about to happen because you're about to get fucked up.
I like the way you do this because you and I are all over the fucking map, and I never got your. This is totally like a normal Barry on deck. This is perfect. But your thoughts on this whole KD thing? I didn't get your thoughts on it because I mean, it took me aback the way he responded because it doesn't seem like that kind of personality. When you saw this, when you hear this, what'd you think?
I thought it was great for KD. Michael Rappaport's being a bitch. Like, how are you going to champion yourself as a shit talker and a pot stirrer and then stir some shit up and talk some shit and then get clapped back at and then be like, I gotta get my lawyer involved. KD said mean things to me on Twitter. Shut the fuck up. Like, come on, man. Do you know how many videos I've seen you standing on a corner in Brooklyn talking shit to the former president? That fucker. I'm not going to get political on your show, but like, you know how many times I've seen him shit talk other people and then he gets it fired back at him. And now all of a sudden it's, oh, poor me. I have to sue somebody. Go fuck yourself. You were great in Boston Public. Other than that, fuck you.
I love
like, come on.
No, it's 100% truth because here's the thing about comedians. We are the most sensitive ass people on the planet. We love to pretend like we have thick skin. A lot of us do, but there is that point where there's like we're very thick skinned around other comedians, but then like I don't know, it's a weird vibe, right? It's this weird personality trait that we have where we can take a joke, but then there's that one moment that happens where maybe you feel you were bested or shit got too real. And that's what happened in this case. I was more surprised, to be honest with you, I was more surprised at how KD reacted than Michael Rappaport because we saw that with Barstool. It's a little sensitive. Yeah. But the KD going all ham like that and calling him a cunt, like I was like, whoa, that's a lot to risk because that's some shit that could be screenshotted like a hoe and put in public, which is exactly what happened.
I feel like people aren't called cunts enough these days.
Okay.
Like, I am a big fan of that word.
Okay.
I've used that word against my wife, and I will not use that ever again. Hey, look, my wife can hold her own, and I called her that one time, and notice I said I called her that one time.
Yeah, that's not
never fucking again. No, it's not. And again, first of all, when I said it, I was also like a 20-year-old brash idiot. Okay. Now it's more reserved for. Yeah, like now it's more reserved for like when people like. There are times I'm sitting back going like, "Oh, that lady was a real cunt." But that took me by surprise that KD went there. Yeah, like. I was genuinely shocked that KD dropped the C word. I was just like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I'm not surprised that KD fired back. I'm not surprised that he called him a cum guzzling bitch. I'm not surprised that he was like, meet me at the flagpole and I'll fuck you up. I was legit shocked that he dropped the C bomb because I was like, wow, KD, like. Now, if you were to call like Charles Barkley that, I would have mad respect. Mad respect.
Right. Exactly. Like, I feel like this is the one thing that I think would be if I'm Michael Rappaport, I'd be like, just so we're all clear, I have Katie's number and he has mine and we chat all the time. So I want to point out I'm kind of a big deal regardless of all this shit that happened. That would be my flex. Yeah, I got sensitive. Yeah, he called me a cunt, but are we all ignoring the fact that I send text to Kevin Durant on a regular basis? I mean, I don't want to flex, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Like now, I actually want to just start like. And look, I have respect for Kevin Durant. I think Durant's a phenomenal player. I think that you say what you want about him joining up with the Warriors. I thought it was a smart business move for him. Can't beat him. Go ahead and fucking join him.
Right.
I have mad respect for Kevin Durant and what he can do. But now I think I'm just going to make it my mission to start tweeting bad shit at him. So that way he will like come back and start calling me names because I ain't going to my lawyer, KD. I'm going to post him up and be like, guys, he responded. KD called me a cum guzzling cunt. How awesome was that?
Yes, we made it. We made this. I like that this is your marketing plan for the Kyle King show. You're like, okay, I can see you like sitting at a 100%. Big table, like a big round table with all your Kyle King show employees. And you're like, all right, guys, we got to get the name of this show out. We got to get more viewers. Does anybody have any ideas? We could call Katie a cunt. Love it. Love it. We're going to do that. That is our plan to grow the show. We're just going to go call athletes the C word until it goes viral. Anybody else? Any other ideas? Well, we could buy ad space. Get out. You're a fucking idiot.
Get the fuck out of here. We're operating on a budget.
Ad space? Cunt. The word cunt is free. By the way, I've never said this word more than I have in the last 5 minutes. My mother, if she's watching this show, is dying inside because there was 2 words you never said in our house. That one and the N word. And she is dying inside if she's watching this. Sorry, Mom.
I'm actually, so funny enough, I am literally right down the hall. I'm in my game room. I'm right down the hall from my daughter who's sleeping. And she is
look at that. Oh, she's
currently
up. Oh,
yeah, I know. So I'm sitting here hoping, like, I hope she didn't just hear Daddy rattle off the C word 15 times.
Daddy, what the? No,
Barry, we were sitting at the dinner table last week. It's my wife, my daughter, and I, and we're all eating. And my daughter went to go pick her plate up because whenever she's done, she likes to pick her plate up and hand it to me for whatever reason. Just like, here you go, chop to it, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Take this from me, son.
Excuse me, garçon. Take this. But she went to go hand it to me, and for whatever reason, it fell out of her hands. It fell and hit the floor. And my daughter, when it hit, goes, fuck.
And you're like,
my wife, who at this point was like, my wife was just sitting there eating. All of a sudden, she heard that, and my wife just like prairie dogged and went, what? Me, in the moment, I went, she dropped her fork. She was just saying fork. She said fork.
Nice.
We've been working on saying fork. And she goes, that's passable, but I don't for 1 second believe you.
That is so great. You're like, she didn't get that from Daddy in the next room every day. Wait until she says the C word. You're going to be like, we were going over football plays. I tried to teach her about the punt. Like, you can, it's fourth down, honey. What does Daddy need to do? Punt. Yeah, that's it. Okay, that's enough.
I'm just dreading the day my wife gets home from work one day, and then she like goes over to my daughter and she's like, what'd you learn? What did you and Daddy do today? And then like my daughter's going to look at her and be like, I heard him call somebody on Call of Duty a cum guzzling cunt. Like,
baby,
shit,
what did you and Dad do?
That was only for Kevin Durant. That was only a KD.
What did you learn today with Daddy? KD's a cunt. Nope. No. Bad baby.
Monica, what'd you learn today? Michael Rappaport has herpes. Wait, no, you're gonna get me sued. You're going to get me sued, no!
Shut up, suing your baby. Michael Rappaport would probably sue your baby. And based on all of the stuff we know, probably suing the baby. 100%.
God, I hope he does.
Please,
I really hope he does.
That's your backup marketing plan? If we call Katie a cunt and he doesn't respond, maybe we can get Michael Rappaport to sue our baby. Let's put Monica on screen and say, Michael Rappaport has herpes. And then we sit back and collect checks, baby. Yes!
Oh, hold on. Actually, that's a brilliant idea. Hold on. Hey, Kevin! Hey! Get the Twitter up and running and call Michael Rappaport a herpes-wearing bitch, okay? Thank you! And bring me a Diet Coke!
That's outstanding. Oh, dude, this flew by. This was way too much fun, man. I put the link on a couple of times. Tell the Deckheads how they can find you. You're a hit. Everybody's loving this in the chat. Where can they follow and watch and consume more of you? Which always sounds really weird.
Again, I can't thank you enough for having me on. You guys can find me over on twitch.tv/The Kyle King Show. You can also check me out on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle King on air. I'm streaming all the time. I literally don't stream on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and that's it. So you can catch me any other day on here, and
do it. You gotta run with us. So I play usually. I play on Tuesdays and Thursdays with the Deckheads, with House and KD and some others. So you've got to run with us because I would love to see who gets madder, you or me. We didn't even talk about that, but we could probably do a whole third hour just on our anger. And I get so mad. I have to there were words I said as a child that aren't appropriate to say now that I have to be careful not to say because I'll get canceled yelling at a fucking 13-year-old in Warzone because they're better than me, and fuck those people, all of those kids. I hope they all fail high school. That's just, oh my God, I get so mad. Oh, fuck. So we're going to do that. You got to run with us one night just for fun.
Let's do it, man.
Can stream it and I'll stream it and we can,
Absolutely.
I don't know if that's considered like the Twitch version of docking where I put mine in yours and you put yours in mine. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. It'll be fun though.
We'll cross the streams. I don't give a fuck what Venkman said. We'll cross the streams.
Whatever.
Absolutely.
We'll touch
In
the
fact,
swords.
if you want, I run on Tuesday night. So if you want to run this Tuesday, let me know. We'll make it happen.
This Tuesday we're doing a special show. Let's shoot for Do you run on Thursdays at all, or is it just Tuesdays? Because if it's just Tuesdays, we'll do the following Tuesday. We'll make it happen. I'll message you.
So normally what I do is like, because Thursdays on Twitch Sport, like Tuesdays is like Thursdays is my dedicated Twitch Sports day. Like I am on. In fact, tomorrow, if you check me out, I'm gonna log on. It's opening day. So on Twitch, I'm literally going to try to log on at 11 a.m. And I'm probably going to go until about 4 p.m. Just doing opening day stuff. So normally I stream in the afternoon on Thursdays so I can take Thursday night off. But fuck it, man. If I'm going to run with Barry and the crew, I'll play Thursday night.
Yeah, what would be dope? We're doing myself, Mike Liebeschock, and John Wessling are doing a Astros opening day sidecast tomorrow, which will be nice. Yeah, that's going to be pretty dope too. So I don't know that we're lining up guests, but I'll shoot you a link. Maybe you can hop on and fuck around for 5 minutes or something like that.
100%. Yes, absolutely. If we can make it work, I'll be there.
Dope. All right, listen, that is Kyle King, you guys. Go follow, go support. That was outstanding. We got one more super chat I got to read here. Just popped in. This is, I don't know. Well, hold on. Let me, it's not showing up in my these are subscriptions. Oh, dope. I thought they were super chats. Hey, thank you for the subscriptions, Manisa. Very much appreciated. All right, that is Kyle King, you guys. Make sure you go follow on Twitch. Kyle, buddy, thank you so much. This was outstanding, man.
Barry, thank you for having me, man. I really appreciate it, and I really hope I can get invited back one day.
Absolutely. 100%, man. That's Kyle King, everybody. Kyle, thank you, buddy. Go follow him on Twitch. This is Barry on Deck, and this is the end of the show. Let's I'm exhausted. Kyle is rarely can someone get on this show and match my energy. And he did it. And I see what all the hype is about. That's a fun ass dude, man. I was really looking forward to this. Make sure you go follow, support, consume him, his stuff, whatever. That's weird. Hey, tomorrow, another guest joining me on the show. It's guest week. Here for his weekly is Kelly Eco. He'll be joining me at 3:30. We'll talk Rockets and NBA. Don't forget about that. Until then, do me 3 favors. Be safe. Be kind. Most importantly, please love each other. I will see y'all tomorrow. Daddy's making a YouTube video!